Hi everyone, this is your favorite film critic Jay or Jaylan Salah as you formerly know her. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing not just, a great inspiring personality, but also my friend Margaret Stoddart. Margaret works full-time as a nurse. She has a mixed voice disorder called muscle tension dysphonia and spasmodic dysphonia. She is an area contact leader for Dysphonia International, supporting others across the UK who are living with these often misunderstood conditions. She created her podcast, My Voice, My Way, to raise awareness and start honest conversations about what it really means to live with a voice disorder. I can't wait to talk to Margaret about everything. But first of all, Margaret, I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. Finally.
Do you want to tell people how we knew each other through which podcast or which fandom?
Oh yeah, well, Austin Butler fan zone.
Yes.
We are both obsessed with Austin Butler, aren't we?
I mean, who isn't? Honestly, I'm sorry,
Uh,
guys.
well, there
There
must be a couple of people out there, I'm sure, but not many.
Exactly. And they're mostly, like not the best people ever. So yeah, I'll take that. I mean, just show people the poster next to you because I feel like we need to solidify our fandom.
Okay. Yay! There he is.
We are both on our friends Gigi and Tracy's group, which is one of the
Yeah.
best groups out there. If you're like an Austin Butler fan, trust me, you guys need to join because there's a great environment there. It's friendly, it's fun, everything. So, yeah, this is where I met Margaret, and it was love at first sight.
It was. It was.
So, Margaret, there's a lot about you. You are a very rich personality. But I want to know, working as a full-time nurse, how is it like?
I thoroughly enjoy my job. I absolutely love my job. I am the coordinator in the catheter labs at Blackpool Victoria Hospital. So I run five cath labs on a daily basis. And in the cath labs, we do things like procedures such as angiograms, stenting, pacemakers, electrophysiology. And we take also the emergency from around the area of people who are having heart attacks. So they come straight to us. So it's very fast paced and very, very busy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in the middle of this busy, like hectic work, how do you find a way to detox, to relax, to find your safe space?
Oh, it's very difficult actually because you have to be on your game. You have
Yes.
to be there the whole time. You have to know what you're doing, because anything could happen at any time. And I tend not to really come down from that until I get home. And then I can start to relax and go to bed and have a good night's sleep and then get back up and start all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the way we have to do it. Yes, I can tell. Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, but Margaret, I'm also very inspired because you have the mixed voice disorder, muscle
Yes.
tension dysphonia, and spasmodic dysphonia. And because I'm a pharmacy graduate, so I always love to nerd about, like medical conditions and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
want you to tell me more. First of all, how were you diagnosed? What led you to the diagnosis? And also, what led you to want to be part of the awareness surrounding voice disorders?
Yeah. Um, Going back, 6 years now. First of all, my voice just started to break in the middle of conversations and become unreliable. And I didn't know what it was at that time. So I just, you know how you think, oh, what was that? Why did it do that? But it just started to get worse and worse. And then I had a laryngoscope, which is the camera up your nose and down into your vocal cords. And that was the first one that I had. And they said that there was nothing wrong, but just go for speech and language therapy. So I tried that, but the place that I went to weren't specialists in my particular disorder because nobody knew at that time what it was. It hadn't been diagnosed. And she really admitted that she really couldn't help me. So I went for a second opinion to another ENT surgeon, and he did another scope, and he diagnosed muscle tension dysphonia and suggested speech and language. But because I was already under speech and language at the other hospital, there was nothing more that they could do. Well, that wasn't working. So I then decided to do my own research, and I was on the internet looking for anything I could to do with muscle tension dysphonia. And it was around the time of COVID, and people were still, wearing masks and such like, as we did, we had to at work as well. And I managed to find at that time privately a consultant in Manchester who did Botox injections. So I went to him, I had another scope. I've had 15 of these now.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you're a
Cameras up my
hero.
nose. Um, and he did another one, and he actually diagnosed spasmodic dysphonia. So then I discover I've got a mixture. I have muscle tension dysphonia and spasmodic dysphonia. Now, the treatment for spasmodic dysphonia was Botox. The treatment for muscle tension dysphonia was speech and language. So with a mixture of two now. So I did that, and I had that, and that was great. He did the Botox injection. It lasted 4 weeks. It was absolutely wonderful, but it was private, and I couldn't afford to keep going back for more.
Expensive,
So
I
I
can
kept I
imagine.
kept trying to find out,
Exactly.
is it available on the NHS? And everybody kept saying, no, no, you can't get this on the NHS. And I was just getting more and more frustrated. And my voice in the meantime was getting worse and worse and worse. Um, and then more research, and I discovered a physiotherapist in Manchester who does laryngeal massage. Dan Turnell, he's called. He was absolutely fabulous. Went to see him a few times, but again, it was private, which I didn't mind because I was determined to get this sorted. Um, Now, during that time, he told me about a speech and language therapist at Wythenshawe Hospital, um, and he told me to contact him. But because it was during the COVID times, we had to just do Zoom calls. So he was just talking to me on a Zoom. We did that again, private. We did that for a while. And then he said, there's nothing else I can do for you on the Zoom calls. What I suggest you do is go to your GP and get an out of area referral to Wythenshawe Hospital. We're the specialist voice clinic for your particular problem. So I did that, and after about 6 months, I think I got an appointment through. And I've been having speech and language therapy with them probably for probably about 2 years or so. Um, but it no matter how much I tried, it wasn't fully working, and I was feeling that I wasn't doing my best, but I was doing my best, but it felt like I
You
wasn't doing my
were.
best because it wasn't
Yes.
working.
Yeah.
And then I joined an organization called Dysphonia International, who are an American organization, but they were international, so the worldwide basically. So I joined them, and through them, I got to know a lady who lives quite close to me, who suffers with spasmodic dysphonia, which we'll come on to in a minute. Um, and she told me that Botox is indeed available on the NHS because she had had it on the NHS. So I know. So it's kind of a roundabout thing. It took me a long time. It's taken me 6 years to get here.
Wow.
But I finally got to the right people, and I'm now going to Manchester Royal Infirmary. Now, after however many scopes I had there, they also discovered that not only did I have muscle tension dysphonia and spasmodic dysphonia, but I also had my left vocal cord wasn't closing properly, and it was basically hiding when I was talking. And you could see
Mm.
it on the scope when she was showing me. It was hiding. You couldn't. So
Wow.
they weren't closing. Instead of doing this, they basically were like this. Um, so she suggested a filler injection, which is a collagen filler, and they put that into the vocal cord, which fills it, and it goes nice and plump. So then the vocal cords come together, which was nice. On top of that, Botox as well, so and to relax the muscles. So now I have the filler injection, which we don't know how long that's going to last yet. It's still okay at the moment. But the Botox isn't lasting very long. I had you can hear my voice is starting to go again now. I had it 3 weeks ago, so it's not lasted very long. But when I first have it done, it's great. I've got a lovely voice. You can actually hear me. It's lovely. When I'm at work, it's tremendous because it helps me to get through a full day at work. At the moment, when it's wearing off, by the end of the day, I literally have no voice left at all. Today's been my day off, so I've actually got some voice. Yay!
Yay.
Which is why I wanted to do this podcast today, because I knew I'd be able to talk to you.
Lucky Jay then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, it's taken me 6 years, but I finally got there. And what she's going to do now is she's going to adjust the dose that I have each time so that it lasts longer each time. But with Botox, once it's in your system, that's it. So they have to do it very, very gently and carefully. So
That's
yeah,
true.
so that's my story basically. So, but because it took me so long, I thought, right, why? Why has it taken me so long? Why can I not find out anything about this condition? Um, and since then, I've been on a mission to raise awareness. And that is when I decided to do my own podcasts, as you rightly say, called My Voice, My Way. And I've been doing that. I did my first one in March, and I've done 16, and
Wow.
I've just done the analytics again, actually. And I have had 564 downloads from
Wow.
10 different countries.
Look at
Oh,
this.
I am so proud of myself. I can't tell you how proud I am, honestly.
I'm
I
proud of
really
you.
am.
This is
I
a
really am.
journey, girl. Wow.
Because
And
I'm not tech savvy, so
but I'm just proud of you because you are all over the world now and you're reaching out to a
I
bigger
know,
audience.
I
I
know.
I want to know who else do you want to have in your podcast? Like, do you have other people in mind, maybe from different
Of
countries,
course I
specialists?
do. Who do you think is top of my list?
Tell me, Margaret. I'm not sure.
Tell you, Austin Butler. I have some recipes I want him to read.
This will raise awareness and make your
Can you imagine
podcast more
if I was
downloadable.
if I was able to interview Austin Butler on my podcast, I would get thousands of views, not
People will
just 500,
flood
thousands.
to your podcast. Exactly.
Oh, I'm so desperate to interview. Honestly, I just want to talk to him. I want a hug as well, but I want to talk to him.
Manifesting for you, Mark.
Manifesting, I'm manifesting, don't you worry.
Okay, but
So yeah,
other than the king himself, who else do you want to talk to?
I want to talk to anybody who has a voice disorder,
Okay.
um, of any kind, and they would like to come on the podcast and chat with me. I want to talk to any specialists out there. I've already spoken to an ENT consultant, a speech and language therapist, a clinical psychologist, Next week, I'm talking to another lady who does laryngeal massage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really interesting as well, talking to her. And I'm speaking to more speech and language therapists. Um, just anybody that wants to come on the podcast and talk. I've even spoken to an actor stroke director. That was the last one I did. Because as well as being a full-time nurse and doing all these podcasts, I am also an essay, a supporting artist. Um, which I really thoroughly enjoy as well. I love doing that. When I retire, I'd love to do that more full time, but I am still
Yes.
working at the moment. Um, so I do that, and but I always wanted to do a voiceover work and audiobooks as well. And the thing is, just because you have a voice disorder does not mean you can't act. You have deaf people who act, you have blind people who act. Why can't you have somebody with a voice disorder that can act?
Everyone should
You
act.
know,
Everyone.
exactly, exactly. So I asked him if he was the first agency I joined actually, and I said to him, "Would you be prepared to come and do a podcast with me on as you as an actor and a director, and we'll talk about what it's like for someone with a voice disorder in the industry?" And he said yes. So that was the last one I did, and it was really interesting.
That is so cool.
It was good.
Margaret, talking to you got me to realize the power of a voice, but not just the voice itself. The idea of having a voice is saying the world. How do you think it's important that each one of us, we have an individual say, whether through a podcast, through doing art, through just being out there and expressing ourselves, maybe blogging, vlogging, doing whatever. What do you think is the power of a voice? Other metaphorically or also just literally, the voice.
Well, exactly that is it. The voice is everything, isn't it? I've even thought about doing BSL, British Sign Language, but then you think, well, other people won't be able to understand me because they don't do it. So, honestly, yeah, the voice is very, very powerful. And when you haven't got a voice, that is when you think, oh my goodness, what do I do now? So yeah, I don't really know what else I can say about that.
Yes. But I also feel like when you have a voice that you can actually express yourself. I mean, the
Yeah,
idea of you being able to express yourself so well and doing it through
yeah,
different platforms and being out there and being an advocate. So I feel
yeah.
like the power of voice is just not the words, because there are a lot of people who their voices are out there, but they are not expressing themselves. They're
Yeah.
afraid. They just stop talking or they emotionally suppress, so they can't get out what they
You
have
know,
inside.
you know what happens to me as well. If I'm in, let's say I'm at work and there's a group of us and they're all talking and there's a conversation going on, um, and I would love to say something. I'd like to get my 2 pence in. But by the time I have got my posture right and taken a big deep breath and thought about what I have to say and wanting to say it, they've moved on. And it's so frustrating. So now I just sit back and don't talk.
But this
I
is
just listen to them.
this is what I love about someone like Austin, and I think this is why you want him on the podcast. You feel like he gives care to listen and wait.
Yeah,
I
it
feel like
does.
now we're in a culture where no one waits, so that if even a person is shy or on the periphery, or like you, has a voice disorder, there's a very fast pace where we just have to rush and do and say things. And I think about it even
Yeah,
with something as trivial as film reviews. Like if you don't have the review before everyone else, no one cares to listen to your voice in expressing your opinion about a particular film. And I actually choose to defy that, because as an
yeah.
international critic, I always get films late, but I still have something interesting and important to say. So I let people just rush and express themselves, and I know that my voice, unique as it is, matters. So your voice matters, Margaret. Just
Of
because the
course it does.
conversation has
Of course
moved
it does.
on doesn't mean you don't have anything more
I
interesting
know.
than a lot of
Yeah,
people, actually. So
I
kudos to
know.
you.
Oh, thank you. And the thing, Austin is the king of listening, isn't he?
Exactly, exactly. And he's always praised
He,
for that. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes, he is. Always praise for that. Yes. When I'm talking to consultants at work, um, I can hear it's almost like when I'm even if I'm talking face to face with a consultant, or if I'm on the phone to one of the wards, it's almost as if I can see them leaning closer into the phone so they can hear what I'm saying. Because once my voice starts to go, it's really difficult to get the words out, and it leaves me breathless at times because I then have to take a big deep breath in order to get out what I want to say, and then I run out of breath and I get very lightheaded. And then, then you just, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, it's really bad at the moment,
You're just doing a great job because
honestly.
it's like a journey. So honestly,
Yeah,
Margaret, you're doing a great job so far of that. Even with all, like the struggle, even with all the difficulties, you are just doing a brilliant job. I mean, there are a lot of people who can't even do half what you're doing with the
thank
podcast and the aspirations and all. This is what I want to ask you also. What audiobook would you love to read, or what voiceover work would you love to do?
Oh, heavens, anything really. I've just been I've just been reading Deep Cuts,
Okay.
which is Austin's next film.
Yes,
I've
with
actually,
Saoirse
I'm saying I've
Ronan.
just been reading. I've read it 4 times,
Okay, Margaret, be
and
specific now.
and I've listened to it twice. Um,
Wow.
and I just and when you listen to those books as well, you just think, I could do that. I would love to do that. But I'd also like to narrate children's books.
The
There's a
best.
video of me reading to my grandchildren, the Wonky Donkey. Oh my goodness, it is so funny. I will send you the video.
Please send it to me. Yes,
And
I would love to see it. Yes.
honestly, it's
Thank
so
you.
funny. The tears were streaming down my face.
I
I'll
love
send that
children's books.
video to you.
Yes, I can't wait to watch it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Margaret,
Oh yeah. Oh, voiceover work, anything. On television, you hear people in the background interviewing, explaining about things, audiobooks, any kind of book, anything. I don't mind. I'll try my hand at everything.
Margaret, I love that you have the habit of rewatching and rereading. And this is what happened to you with Dumb Dumb Dumb, Caught Stealing. You watched it 3 times in the movie theater, and that's what got me like, okay, I have to watch it. If Margaret watched it 3 times, man, hello. So, do you love the idea of just reminiscing and watching and soaking in the material, or you just, if you're obsessed with
Yes.
something, you'll just repeat it?
Yes. Yeah. I keep reading it. Um, Caught Stealing, the book. I've read it 5 times,
Girl, and that's a
and I've
brutal
read
book.
5 times, yes, and I've listened to it as well. And I've read Six Bad Things twice and A Dangerous Man once so far. That's the other two in the trilogy.
Yes.
So, yeah. And I've also read City on Fire, City of Dreams,
So the
City
entire
in
Austin Butler
Ruins.
collection. Yes, exactly,
Oh, yeah,
Margaret.
yeah, yeah,
We know
yeah.
you're a
I,
hardcore
I don't
fan.
mind. I will read if the way I look at it. If something is interesting, I will read it. And I've always been of that opinion. In whatever I've done work-wise, if a subject is interesting, knowledge creeps in unnoticed. And that's
Knowledge
always
creeps in
been my
unnoticed.
philosophy.
Exactly. You're right. It kind of like soaks under your skin, seeps under your
Yeah,
skin, and then you soak in it totally 100%. So why did you watch the
yeah.
movie 3 times? What did you find after your watch?
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed reading the books, so I knew it was going to be good anyway. The fact that Austin was in it had nothing to do with it. That's
Yeah,
when
Margaret, I
Pinocchio's
believe
nose
you.
comes
I
out.
believe you exactly. Oh, yeah, Margaret, you're
Help.
right. Yeah, yeah, blah,
It
blah.
helps.
You're
Um,
telling the truth now. You don't want to see his beautiful face and his beautiful body on the
no,
big screen more than once. Hello, Margaret. Yes, sure. I'll pass.
I wasn't watching it for that at all.
I was watching for the plot. Sure, Margaret.
Of course. course. And the third time I saw it on my own because neither my husband or my daughter wanted to come with me again.
They were like, okay,
So I said,
mom,
that's fine, I'll go
enough.
alone. And I'm probably going back this weekend to watch it again.
See, so this is a
Yeah.
Margaret thing, definitely.
Oh,
So
yes.
do you discover like new clues? Like, does the movie open itself to you more in like the second or the third viewing?
Yes. Yes. The first time you're looking because you know the story. If you've read the book, you know the story. So you're looking at all the differences in the movie to what's in the book, first of all. You're also just watching one person on the screen. Let's be honest. Uh, and he is on the screen all the time. Uh,
Yes, lucky us. We got our money
so,
worth.
um, so you're watching that. But then when you go back the second time, you start looking in the background. So you see what's happening elsewhere in the movie. And you start to hear things differently. And then the same on the third time, you see and hear more that you didn't see and hear the first time. And that goes on and on. I've seen Bike Riders 60 times now. And every time I see it,
Girl.
well, I bought it on Sky when it came out, when it was available to buy. I bought it. And like Elvis, I've watched Elvis about 100 times at least.
Yes, I was
Um,
going to ask you.
but the more you watch something, the more you see that you haven't seen before and hear words that you didn't quite pick up then, but you pick up now because you're concentrating on something completely different. And that's the power of movie.
100%.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, were you an Elvis fan before Austin? And because you said you went to Graceland. Okay. This is the signature. Are you serious? Oh, wow. Where did you get this from? Graceland, right?
No, no, no. I just bought it. It's just a t-shirt I bought.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So I
I
want to
bought it
know about
online.
your pilgrimage to Graceland because
Yes, I went to Graceland in December. I am a massive Elvis fan, absolutely massive, and I've always wanted to go to Graceland. And December, my husband and I went well, we started off in New Orleans. We spent 4 days in New Orleans. That was amazing. Love New Orleans. It was
wow.
incredible. We did 4 days there, and then we drove to Tupelo where Elvis was born, and we went all around there. We went in his house, and we were the only people there. It was a very quiet day there, and the church which they had transported over to the same place where the house is. And I had my photograph taken standing by the bed and by the fireplace and everything. Oh, it was lovely. They let me do really whatever I wanted because there was only us there.
Wow.
And they opened it up for me so I could actually go in and have photographs taken. That was so nice of them. And then we there were 2 nights there, and we went to the hardware store where he bought his guitar. His parents bought his guitar, and then we drove to Memphis, where we stayed at Graceland guest house 3 nights, and we stayed in the TCB suite, which was incredible. It was beautiful. Loved it. And we went to Graceland, and we went to the museum where the aeroplanes are, and all the cars, and all of his uniforms. Well, yeah, his uniform, his army uniform was there, but all of his jumpsuits and records and everything. And then we had the bus over to Graceland, the mansion, um, because I'd paid for the guided tour, that we more or less on your own with the guided tour, and they opened the door. But as I was walking up the pathway towards the house, I just started crying. And they opened the door into Graceland, and the minute I walked in, you could just feel his
His presence?
presence.
Oh
It
my
was,
God, that's so
oh,
scary.
it
How was it
it
like?
wasn't his presence, obviously, but honestly, his spirit was there. I
That is
walked
so
in, and the
interesting.
tears just flowed down my cheeks, and I was taking loads and loads of photographs. and we walked all around the house, into the jungle room and everything outside. And then we went to the meditation garden, and again there weren't many people there. It was just
You are
superb.
lucky. This
And
is
I stood,
perfect.
I know all the
It's the
photographs I've
best.
seen with
Exactly. I
hundreds
don't
of
want people on
people.
my trip.
And I just stood by his grave, and I just stood and reflected. And my husband very kindly, bless him, he just left me alone, and he stood away, and he was taking photographs. I didn't realize he was actually taking photographs of me
Wow.
standing by Elvis's grave. Oh, I want to go back again. It
You
was
will. Manifesting again. Everything that you want,
manifesting.
I'm manifesting for you, Margaret. You will get
Yeah.
it. You will get it. You're an
Oh,
achiever.
that isn't where it ended. After we'd been there, we jumped on a plane and and flew to New York for 4 days before we came home.
Girl, what did you do in New York?
Everything, you name it. Empire State Building. We went everywhere. Rockefeller Center. And of course it was December because it was my birthday. So it was in December and it was freezing. But I think that's the best time to see New York.
Wow.
I always want, the only thing was I wanted snow and we didn't get snow, but never mind.
Maybe on your next trip you will. I
Maybe,
can see this
maybe.
happening. Yes.
Yeah. But that was a superb trip. But it was so expensive. But you
It's
only live
once in a
once.
life. Exactly. Like you
Exactly.
need to save for things that fulfill you and make you happy.
Yeah.
So totally worth it, baby. Totally
Yeah.
worth it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yes. So that's my other passion.
Yes, so Elvis and Austin. Do you have
Yeah.
like any other, and you do, of course, voice work and you podcast. Do you have like other interests that might not come to my mind? Like, do you garden? Do you sew? Do you read? Do you dance? Do you do Zumba? Do you do, like yoga and meditation? And what is it that you do outside of these interests?
Cake decorating.
Oh my goodness, please, if you have a page, send it to me. My sister is a food
Oh,
blogger
I
and she would,
will.
please send it to us.
I
We
don't,
would love.
to be honest, I haven't done it for a good year and a half, I think, because I was working full time. I was doing sometimes 3 cakes a week,
Whoa,
as well as working full time, wedding cakes, you name it. And I was exhausted.
of course.
So I was so exhausted that I actually put myself off making them. I don't even make a cake for the family anymore.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
they
sure I will
bored you
get
out of
back
it.
into it, but
Yes.
at the moment I needed a break from it. So I don't do that anymore. But um yeah, I can do that.
If you please just have a
Multi-talented.
page, just send it to us because my sister is
I
a
will
food
do.
blogger. She loves, connecting with people who eat and drink and cook and bake from all over
Yeah.
the world. So we would love to just watch your page and kind of like promote it. Like, hey, get Margaret to
Oh,
cake decorate
bless you.
again.
So yeah, that I think that apart from the essay work, of course, which I do, uh, whenever I get picked, that is. When I was talking to Paul, he was talking about the film that he's just. This is the actor that I was talking to. The film that is just coming out. It's just about to come out, called Giant. And he actually had a part in that. And and I just looked at him and I said, Paul, I was released on that. I'll have you know. And he went, uh-oh, they didn't want me.
Well, you will get another role, I can tell you. Yes,
Yeah,
girl,
you never know, do you?
you put your energy out there into the world and it attracts, like
Yes,
good attracts
yes.
good.
Well, I try.
You will not stop trying, girl. I can tell you that. I can tell you. So,
I don't know if you can see that, but that's one of
girl,
my wedding cakes I did.
oh my goodness. And I wonder, it must taste so good. I can feel it. Oh my
I
God.
must admit, I do make a good cake.
Yummy. No, you know what? Oh my God, my sister will get really jealous. She would like to send you like questions to answer because we
Okay,
have interviewed many people about, like their cooking habits and stuff like that, what inspires you. So if you're open to it, honestly, we'd just love to question you about.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, Margaret.
absolutely.
So, Margaret, my
Yes,
darling,
yes, my darling.
this felt Awesome. What are your final thoughts? Like, what do you want to send out there into the world? Like, hire me. I love you, Austin Butler. I want to see God stealing again.
Exactly that. Those words, exactly. Please, Austin Butler, please come and do a podcast with me. That's
Yes,
all I want.
exactly, exactly.
Manifesting.
Manifesting, manifesting.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to meet him, of course.
Yeah, this will happen. Like a lot of fellow Austin Butler friends, I felt like they met him and they all posted stuff and they were at
I
premieres. So
know. I
any
am
other
so jealous.
a UK premiere, maybe of Enemies next year, maybe anything earlier, you go
Yeah,
there and you get a photo and you just
yeah,
send it to your friend Jay.
I
Definitely.
will. Or why
Hmm
don't you come and join me?
I would love, but it would be like a blast afterward. We just go out there, gals,
Yeah.
alone and just, go on dance or do something because I'm wild. So I'll take you like on a trip, like, yes, let's
Oh,
shake hands and
I
then
don't
go
mind,
boom. Yes.
Oh, bless you, darling.
Margaret, it was amazing talking to you. You're such a rich
And
person
you.
and you're
And you.
inspiring the world. Thank you for
Thank
talking
you,
to me.
darling. Thank you so, so much. Love you.
Love you too.